Mr. B, hosted by Don Mo and T, coming from Jersey with shit to say, giving people our opinions. Anyway, no Mr. Green. All right, Emmy and Don was a couple back in the day, so sit back, relax, grab a seat. Poochie Place is the place to be. Poochie's Place. Poochie Place. Dawn, Mo, and TLA.
What up, y'all? It's your girl Mo.
What up, Mo?
Just play Bar Center. We always get into that one. And today's drink of the day is called a limoncello spritzer.
Shot
We're not taking Chabelli or Dr. Wayne Fox. We're not gonna do that.
We're not gonna do that?
No, we're not gonna do that.
Good. I like vodka.
But I'm gonna get into the Super Bowl. So y'all know I be on the internet just scrolling.
The Super Bowl.
And they have Kendrick Lamar perform halftime.
Yeah, that should be good.
Kendrick. Yeah. But a lot of people are mad because they just skipped over Lil Wayne.
Well, kill Lil Wayne, man. Lil Wayne. That's enough of that Lil Wayne stuff. This day is over. He was a top dog 10 years ago. It's Kendrick's time, man. Nobody wants to know Lil Wayne.
Oh, his fans ain't gonna appreciate.
I know, my son. I might not be able to
I know. You know, Jasmine ain't gonna appreciate that. Man.
I might not be able to go out. That. I like Lil Wayne, though. I like Lil Wayne. But it's like, come on. Everybody got their time and everything. He had his time. Kendrick's time.
Is it Kendrick's?
We saw Lil Wayne like did a few Super Bowls, a few shows back in the day. When Lil Wayne been on.
Oh, Lil Wayne would sit down. I ain't know that. Wait, he already been on the Super Bowl? He already did Super Bowl shows? Are you sure? Because you be spitting.
I'm sure he has. No, he never done one.
See it.
Then, if he ain't done one, then he ain't going. That's the case. That's the case, Joe. If he ain't doing it, it ain't gonna happen.
That ain't right.
It's over for him.
That ain't right. He deserved a chance to do the Super Bowl.
Lil Wayne is on the top 5 of all-time great rappers, though. That'll help me get home tonight. I know. He's one of the top 5. Top 5, y'all.
Be waiting for you in the parking lot.
I know, Kendrick Lamar, he a Gemini like me, so, I kind of like got something for him and everything. So I'm in with overboard. So don't be making for me in the parking lot. Don't be making for me in the parking lot. I will spark a lot.
I can't. I can't. All right, but listen, if he hasn't done it, he should do it.
I don't know.
Why do everybody want to hear Kendrick? Because they want to hear him.
He's hot.
They want to hear him diss Drake some more.
Yo, out of the top 100 songs, Kendrick got like about 8 of them out there. Between him and
I understand who Kendrick.
I don't know about more jams.
I understand who he is. I understand exactly who he is. But
how about you let Lil Wayne come on with him? How about Lil Wayne come on there with him?
I'm thinking that too. Why?
Lil Wayne wouldn't do that because he got an ego. We'll never let that happen. I mean, Lil Wayne is big time, man.
A lot of people shared their Super Bowl acts with other artists.
But it was labels that did that. Like when Dr. Dre and Snoop and them came out there. When they came out there, that was a California thing. And shoot, Kendrick did he come out on that one? Did he come out on that California? He didn't come out on the California, right? He should have. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Mo, you can walk around there. Oh.
This is mine, Mo? Or? No, this is not mine. This is one of our guests. Oh, here, young lady.
You stuff, y'all. Trying to get ourselves together.
Thank you, Mo.
Got company.
The bartender.
Thank you, Mo. I'm a little nervous because
mine's dirty.
Dirty. That's fresh lemon. Look at you. Ain't got no sense.
Dirty. Well, I mean, I didn't say like dirty. If you are drinking, you know what I mean. You know what you're talking about.
Oh.
You get a dirty martini, right? Is that dirty?
Yes. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was about to say, but I wasn't going to say it the way you said. You threw me off with the dirty. I'm like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you did. I heard you when I said to myself, "This is straight vodka."
Mm-hmm.
She can't drink straight vodka. She don't think.
Something in it.
Yeah, but it's a little strong for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She made it known. You should put some simple syrup in it for her. Sorry, guys. Excuse us.
You have to take your bartender's license in a minute.
We're going to have to take your bartender's
license.
license.
Take your license.
God, you got to walk that way. The walk of shame.
The walk of shame. Nah, but yeah, take these on motors. Still
and then you got to go and
keep our money making Mount Vernon
and get the simple syrup.
The crowd is high. Went up in there.
But while she's doing that, we still got to go back one more time to Kendrick Lamar. I know exactly who he is.
Yeah.
I think the only fight back about him doing the Super Bowl is because people think he's gonna do something with Drake again through him.
Nah, it's not going
I
to
think
be.
it's a great opportunity to get the whole
He won.
singing that song.
He was the one.
I mean, everybody already singing it, but to be able to play that on a stage like that, he is like.
He might do it. It became a popular song, so he might do it. No, I doubt it. I think the piece is over with that, and I think that he won. So that's gonna be. This thing is in February.
He's a Gemini. That's
the other
why.
twin might want to.
He's a Gemini. It's the other twin. That other twin is like, I'm a finish you.
No, nobody don't get slick with the mouth. You be all right.
Well, maybe that's
what we gonna do about Trump, though? He's a Gemini too. What we gonna do about that guy? But that other twin acted up the other night.
He was like,
yo, it's like,
he was like, her boss doesn't even like her.
Yo, that's when you know his feelings got hurt. That's when you know his feelings got hurt, and that's when the game got real. When he did that, when he said that,
he got real before that.
No, I'm saying she was getting him on every curve. She was getting him. It was fantastic.
It really was, but it was comical. When I tell you, Trump had me cracking up. I laughed.
It's funny.
He is so funny.
But you know, it's like we don't do politics on Poochie's Place, but we was gonna run up, just briefly go over the debate. But we do not need a dictator, someone to take over our country. We don't need that, y'all. So don't let that happen. This guy is acting like he want to go that route. He hangs out with all those guys that do it. So they got him all souped up. And he said something that was really eye opener when he said Russia wouldn't have Ukraine if he was president. So am I supposed to realize that maybe since you didn't become president, you told your boy to go in Ukraine and go ahead and cause a little problem for the Biden organization?
He caused a lot of problems.
I don't want to be saying it's up because I know that CIA and all of them, they get a brother like me. All of a sudden, my car is bombed out or something, man. So I'm just gonna keep it low.
Don't worry about them little Wayne fans.
I might have to leave the country. I might have to split the scene. I'm gonna have to split the scene.
CIA, you better worry about those damn fans.
Lil Wayne people do not play, and they will be outside.
Yeah, but you know what? You tell that Lil Wayne crew, he don't play either. So, and I'm an old school dude.
Please don't.
I don't play.
No.
I don't play. So if y'all don't want to get hurt,
here we go.
Stay away from me. Real talk.
And with that note, we gotta take a break. I might do that. Oh, you mean that? You said that with your chest now. You ready for that?
I meant that.
Okay. And you heard it, guys.
You see me with him, just leave me out of it.
If you see me walking down the street and I start to cry each time we meet, walking down.
It's so stupid. you only got one good one in you.
Yeah, I got 5 minutes of fame on you. I'm out. I'm out. Give you the best I got.
All right, now with that, we will be right back.
Are we on right now? Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. Now you know you the baddest motherfucker around here. I don't care about.
Hey guys, we're back. Today we have a special guest, and I heard our special guest likes Hennessy. I'm a second child out here. Anyway, so I'm going to make him a Hennessy and ginger.
So I like really, you never made that for me.
But you wasn't drinking.
Yeah.
But I was thinking.
I can't with this guy. We got a special guest in the building today, guys. We have the founder of Deep House Magazine. We have Mr. George Aiken.
Yeah.
DJ.
What's
What's going on? What's going on, people? What's happening?
George, man. Man, the myth.
What's happening?
I be looking at all those throwback pictures that you be posting on social media.
I try to do some.
You know a lot of people, George. You got a lot of photos out there.
Yeah, I got a little bit.
A little history going on.
Just a little bit.
What did you do when you were when you were intertwining with these people, intermingling with them? What kind of work were you doing?
Production manager.
What's your production manager, George? What do we do?
Production manager, we run the show. Run the
Production
concert.
manager? You
So,
do that,
I mean, it's when you talk about production manager or co-producer of a concert or a show, you are basically in charge of from A to Z, meaning from start to finish, from pre-production, the concept of the show, putting the show together, getting the stage together, getting the sound together, getting the artists in, making sure the artists are there on time on stage, running the show, stage managing, making sure the people that's working under you are doing what they're supposed to do. So it's a lot of moving parts when you're doing production. Even if you're a co-producer or an assistant producer, you're still privy to the same information as the producer. So it's a lot of work behind it. And it's fun. I have fun doing it. You get to meet a lot of people. But the problem is you deal with a lot of multiple different personalities.
The guy that's responsible for putting all the roses in the all for the divas. When they like Mariah Carey, you gotta put like 1,000 roses in her dressing room.
No, I ain't doing that. No, I mean it depends. That is when you're dealing with artists, they have certain things they want. So what they do is whenever, like if you was an artist and I book you to perform my show or concert, your manager or tour manager or tour production manager sends over three writers. It's a tech writer, hospitality writer, and your contract. So there's three that they send. Tech writer goes to the sound guy or the engineers running everything. The hospitality writer that goes to my assistants or people who do hospitality, and the contract goes to the producer. So because we have to make sure that all your needs are met. And then in some cases, depending on what type of show you're doing, all the needs are not going to be met. We try to negotiate that. So they said like if you came in and said, "Oh, I charge for me to do a 45-minute show or set, I charge $25,000."
Oh, okay.
So in that case, if it's a community event and we're working off the budget that the city give us, they say, "Hey, look, we let you know it's a community event. It's not a big crazy show. Can you go down? Can you come from 25 to like 15?" And we go based on.
Really?
We try to work.
That's how it works?
That's how it works.
Well, a job like that seems like to me, you need a good assistant and a good guy below you. That's what makes the job really good.
Well, yeah.
Yes,
You know,
that's what
you
they need.
But you got to delegate.
That's right. Which brings me to the magazine.
Uh-oh.
Because there's so many different elements to running a magazine. And first of all, the concept that you came up with to do that magazine. It's like, why Deep House? Why House Music?
Yeah.
Deep House. Okay, so it has to go back from the beginning when I used to do a magazine called Fashion Icon. I was a photographer and I covered major big fashion shows. I'm talking about top elite fashion shows like Fashion Week in New York City, Mercedes-Benz, Brooklyn Fashion Week, Notre Fashion Week, all of these fashion shows in New York during Fashion Week, that whole week. So I'm in New York and I used to shoot for another magazine, for a major fashion magazine. And I decided that the next year I was called back to do it again. So I decided to start my own magazine and started shooting for somebody else. And I started my own magazine called Fashion Icon. And it did very well. I had a team behind me and everything. It did very well. And then everybody started to drift off to doing their own thing. So I decided to, and due to other personal reasons I was going through, I decided to retire the magazine. So when I just retired it, um, I got with my cousin Carlton Roseborough, who, and this is how a lot of this people play a part in this, how I started it, because Carlton was the one who initially got me into house music. Even though I already knew about it because I played when I was in college, but I wasn't deep in it like I am now.
You wasn't a house head?
I wasn't a house head then.
Okay.
So Carlton was initially one who got me into it when he taking me on the road with him, and my first break or first, I guess, dive into it is when we went to Miami, and he had me work this party with him. And the party I was working had Louis Vega, Deuce Martinez, Frankie Knuckles, Jelly Bean Benitez.
Yeah, all those DJs.
So all those DJs was on the same card in the same building, and believe it or not, I knew who Jelly Bean Benitez was because he played on the radio.
Knuckles was my guy though.
Frankie Knuckles,
long time.
right? And Frankie Knuckles was pretty cool. I knew a little bit about him. And Louis Vega, I knew about him because he's, Louis Vega and Jelly Bean, these guys played on the radio when we growing up. KTU, 92 KTU, along with David Morales and so forth. Deuce Martinez was a guy who basically came from hip hop and breakdancing into the house.
Oh,
But he knew all of those guys. So that was my first introduction to house, like really getting into it. And we started meeting a lot of people in it and everything. And then, of course, Carlton had a problem with his computer one day. And he said, because I knew how to fix computers. He said, Joe, I need you to fix my computer. So I said, okay. He had all his music on his computer. So in order for me to fix it, I had to dump all his music to my computer.
Oh, okay.
So when I got all the music and everything, I started playing around with it. And long story short, that's when I got into the DJ field. And, that's a whole other topic of me, how I got into the DJ. But moving towards how I got to do the magazine again. Mm-hmm. My wife was here right now. She kept saying, do the magazine. And I really didn't want to do it because I knew what it takes. It's a lot of time, a lot of struggle. It's so much you got to do. So this one night, I'm doing my radio show on a Friday night, and I was just feeling good. Not just something just got at me about, do the magazine. I said, all right, I'm going to do it. So I'm in my studio, and I just finished. I'm on the computer. I said, I'm going to do the magazine. I said, how I'm going to start it. What I'm going to do it. What's the name? What it's going to be called? I didn't want to name it Fashion Icon because it was already retired, and I didn't want to bring that back. So I had to come up with another title, and I wanted to do something specifically for house music. So Ab, who's also my cousin, Absolute House, I used to always hear him say deep house, deep house, deep house. So it just rang in my head, deep house. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and name it Deep House. So I named it Deep House Magazine. And then what I did was I called Rayvon, who is Justin DJ's father. And I called him and I said, hey, Rayvon, I said, I'm starting a new magazine. I want to use Just and put him on the cover for the first initial magazine, the first magazine to come out. So I said, I'm calling you, but I don't want you to think that this is a publicity stunt or I'm using him for making money, because it's not. It's about house music. He gave me his budget and said, yeah, let's do it. He sent me the pictures. I designed the cover. I put it on Facebook, and it just blew up. I got all kind of phone calls, text messages. A lot of people wanted to be part of it and get down with the magazine. People say, oh, I want to interview, and it was like a lot. So I said, okay, now I got to get a team. Lo and behold, Dawn was one of the first ones that called me. She wanted to be part.
How did that go down, though? You knew him before?
No, I did not know George. I just saw that he was doing a magazine. And real fast, George interviewed. But I called George because I was doing a magazine with someone else. And I had promised a couple of people that I would interview them and put them in the magazine. And it just happened. So I was looking, I was like, there's no way I cannot make this happen. I promised these two ladies I was going to get this done. And then when I saw that you did a house music magazine, I was like, this is it. This is it. So I called and asked. I said, would you mind if you I text you or email you? Can I put
I think you inboxed me. You inboxed me on because I think we was Facebook
I think we were
friends,
Facebook friends. That's how I saw it.
and you inboxed me about the magazine.
Yes.
And she and me and Dawn talked and everything, and I found out that she had a home publishing company and she writes. And I said, "Oh man, you'll be perfect and stuff." So initially, Dawn, I would just bring other people. I would just have people just interview people, give me their articles, and they wasn't really part of the magazine at the time. Like we had someone named Nettie, who did the Nettie report. We had her on there. I had a good friend of mine, Champagne, who has her own podcast also, but she wrote. Actually, she interviewed. I believe she interviewed Justin, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, we had other people that was on it that's no longer with us. But it was me and Dawn was the one that really put that whole magazine together and got it out.
Magazine together. I had gotten in. You did it. You did it. You got those people. They gave you those articles. I came with my article, and you did that work. You put it together.
Yeah,
Which is why I stayed, because I said he know what he doing. Got it together. Your layout was good. It was the first time you was tweaking everything, but it was good.
Yeah, it was good. And when I go back and I look at the Justin issue opposed to the issue we just released, even though the one we just released, I had no hand in that one. I did nothing in that one. That was all Angel Impact and Dawn actually put that Baltimore issue together. All I did was tweak the article or tweak the layout and stuff like that. I didn't do anything. That was all Angel. Angel Impact.
I did the editing, but
Yes.
Angel did that. Angel did every
She did an excellent job. But
did the layout. I just did my job and
Yeah.
edited.
But from that point on, from the first magazine to now, you see the growth in the layout, the writing, the illustration. The growth has gotten better. We've gotten better, and to the point now, a lot of people are now reaching out. These people in another country, Italy, Japan, all over, Switzerland, and they're getting wind of the magazine. And again, it's still, we 3 years in, we're going in our fourth year, and it's still the baby, it's still new. So people are still skeptical. And I get it, I understand. People got to believe in your product in order before they buy into your product. And before that happens, you got to make them a believer. But in order to make them,
I think we did.
Yeah, we made a lot of them a believer because a lot of people now, thanks to people like Brother Basil, who was, I didn't even know this was going to happen. And he didn't even tell me it was going to happen. His birthday, we did the issue, a special issue for his birthday. And we put it out on his birthday. And I sent him a couple of copies. And Louis Vega, who is very well known all over the world, knows him and Brother Basil are very close friends. And he flew out to California to hang out with Basil for his birthday. Well, Basil happened to mention to him about the magazine. Oh, he forgot to bring the magazine with him to show it to Louis. But he told me, said, yeah, man, so I'm good. My birthday is, I'm blessed. And I've got to cover the magazine. I'm on Deep House Magazine. But what's so ironic, what I didn't know, Louis Vega already knew about the magazine.
Wow, that was
because he knew about it because when Basil called and told me, he said, yeah, Louis knew about it because he's seen it on social media. So a lot of these guys, what I learned, and I'm still learning, people watch what you're doing.
Yeah.
They don't say nothing.
They don't say nothing.
They don't congratulate you.
I had a compliment about one of the magazines. And it was a compliment because I'm going to interview, and I'm going to say who I'm going to interview. I'm going to interview Mark Francis. So, hey, Mark, shout out to you. But Mark Francis, I said to him, I don't like know his name. I'm like, I need to interview you for this magazine. I said, I know you don't know who I am. And he goes, yeah, I know who you are. And he said, you interviewed Merle and Bob. I was like, oh, shit. That was a compliment that he even recognized that I did that interview, and he was impressed with that interview, and that's why he agreed to let me interview him.
Yo, that's how that word of mouth is how it goes.
It is how it goes.
Yeah.
So, let me ask you a question.
The article.
How do you make money in that business?
We still barking up a tree on that one. We're starting to get people starting to recognize, like I said, recognize the magazine. We do get a fluctuation in sales. When we did the Chicago issue, it was probably one of our biggest sellers.
Because Chicago stood the hell up.
Yeah.
Chicago represented. Chicago
They
was
represent.
so appreciative of the work that we did in that edition for them. That
Yes.
they celebrated. We wasn't even there. We were here in Jersey, and they were having Deep House magazine parties in Chicago.
Wow.
Because they appreciated the fact that we put them in that magazine and that we did those articles. They liked the articles. They called. We had conversations with them. They treated us really well when we were out there. They appreciated. They advertised that magazine.
Wow.
That's why we were able to do that. And I don't. When people do things like that, the reason that we do the interviews is, I think people think they're doing Deep House a favor. I think that people, and not just Deep House magazine, but just in anything, if someone is giving you a platform to promote yourself, that's doing you a favor. That's doing you a favor. Because even if you get, and I don't know how big our reach is, but obviously it's big, right? And we putting you on the cover, and you don't even acknowledge that you're on the cover. I don't understand that. Like, that's poor business management to me if you're not even going to promote yourself. And that's the problem. People don't promote themselves. And when I interview people, I like to say, this is your interview. What do you think about it? I'm not just blindly, willy-nilly putting out somebody's interview, because I want you to like it. If the interview is, if it's pleasing to you, I feel like you're gonna be more prone to share it. And I do that because I was interviewed before and no one asked me about it, and had a couple of things that weren't accurate. And I was like, oh, ain't nothing I could do about it. I still shared it. And sharing it got me business, to be honest with you. And by somebody I would never have worked with before if I hadn't shared it. So I still shared it, but I know the importance of making sure that the person that you write about is pleased. And if the person that you write about is pleased and they don't share it, I don't understand that.
We 3 years in. We got Aaron K. Gray on the cover, Justin DJ on the cover, Brother Bays on the cover, Mick Gafford on the cover, Jihad Muhammad on the cover, Beloved on the cover, Zan Steph on the cover, Berlin Bob on the cover, Gabby Hunter on the cover. We got the Chosen Few on the cover. We had we just released the one with Baltimore issue with Tommy Davis on the cover. So when you got all of, and these are not lightweight DJs.
Not at all.
These are dudes that's putting in work and playing for a long time, other than just a DJ.
But Justice
and DJ seem like it's really
like
picking up too. It's like it's getting really popular again too.
But the thing is, I'm gonna tell you, Rayvon, who was Justin's father, when we dropped his issue, we did the release party, right? That was the first release party we had. We had it in Broadway, New Jersey. You know, shout out to Ab, who Absolute House will help make all that happen. When we was at the release party and we was just over, Rayvon came to me and said, "Yo, I need 25 copies." I was like, huh? He said, "I need 25 copies." And I told him the price. He said, "All right, cool, no problem." He pulled out money and gave me the money right there, cash. I ordered the 25 copies. They came in. I called him, yo, they in. I dropped them off to him. I said, hey, and let's go back to the first couple of issues that we did. It was me and Dawn sat up at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning on work nights, working on the magazine.
Yeah, I remember those days.
You know, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and we working on the magazine to get it done. And now, because the team that we have, you know, I got myself, we got Angel, we got Dawn, and we cut down the team a lot because now I got the people that really going to put work in and do the right thing. So the team is now down to myself, Dawn, and Angel, who really runs the magazine. And then you got, of course, I can't leave out Dan and Eddie, who these guys they on these events and they doing the live interviews. Cause I'm actually putting together, and I didn't tell you this story, so this will be the first time you guys know about it. I am now exclusive. I am now getting ready to put together Deep House TV, which is definitely just going to be interviewing parties, the events and stuff like that. Because again, me and Dawn was talking, and Dawn was like, she wanted to start her own podcast. I said, why don't you do, let's do the podcast, and you can record it, and I can just put it on the radio station. I have a radio station called Deep House Soul Radio, and so with that being said, I'm going to be doing a YouTube channel. It's called Deep House Entertainment TV. And then you got the podcast, Deep House Music Podcast, and everything. And it's all going to tie together in some shape, form, or fashion. So this is stuff that's going to be coming down the line, and I'm not going to probably do the first one probably down the line, probably around December, January. I'll probably release it because I'm still, like I said, the radio station is up, but it's not running the way I wanted it to run yet. And then once I get all that together and put my A's and B's together and dot my I's and cross my T's, then we'll be full-fledged running. But again, like, the whole thing is I'm creating something that house music has never seen before. And that's the thing that a lot of people like. I get the compliments. Everywhere I go, every event I go to, a festival I go to, I get the compliments. People go, oh, gee, I like what you're doing. Yo, George, keep doing what you're doing. I love what you're doing, blah, 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 And it's funny because, we interviewed Tom Burrell at SME Entertainment. He was the first guy who gave me my first stage to play. And we interviewed him Saturday at Weequahic Park House Festival. And he said in the interview, he said, I pretty much put a lot of guys on. And I'm so happy to see George what he's doing because he took what we initially introduced him to and he took it to the next level. The level he's taking on now, he's created the bar. Now we have to come and step up. Like, my job is not to create a bar so you can be better, but to create something that is going to be longevity. And not only that if I'm dead and gone, that it's still Deep House Magazine is still going to be ran by somebody else, either my children or somebody's going to be appointed to it, or if I'm dead and gone, Dawn say, yo, we got to keep this going because this is something he put out. It's got to keep going, So I'm creating a legacy. It's not just doing a magazine just to be doing it and we doing interviews. Anybody could put a magazine together.
I'm confused about something, though.
What's that?
Chicago said they're the first ones that ever started house music.
Everybody got interviewed that question.
Thank you guys for tuning in to part 1 of our interview with DJ George A., the founder of Deep House Music Magazine. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. on YouTube at POOCHIE'S Place to hear the second part of our interview.
Yep. Thank you, George.
Thank you, George.
I appreciate it. Bye.
We gotta bring him to the bartender and start making drinks because
Oh, man. Yeah, Dominique. I'm about to take some right out there.
Crazy. I gotta say bye. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our family. PUESDA. Quiet. We're gonna come on 7:30 now.
Yeah.
7:30. It sounds better. It's better. Quiet 7 p.m. Quiet 7:30.
No.
No.
Make a difference. We will both back.
I got to see y'all. Deuces. Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming to the show.
Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to the best show on the planet, the Glam and Red Show with your most favorite people in the whole wide world. And you know who this is. It's your girl, Glam.
And you already know, this your boy, Rance Hollywood, in the building.
And this is your girl, Dawn Monique with Let's Talk Situationships.
This is TLH with Sports in the Basement on the Glam and Red Show.
And this is Key. We're catching up with Key, giving you the hottest entertainment in the world today.
Y'all know what it is. We in the building. Let's go. Tune in 7 a.m. to 11 because we are here. It's the best show on the planet, the Glam and Red Show. All right, tune in, tap in, turn it up.
That's right.
Catch up.
Best show on the planet, damn it.